What's going on to you, Aquarius out here? So you Aquarius have the High Priestess, the Tower, and then you Aquarius have the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a sense of you Aquarius basically learning from your past mistakes, about what to do and what not to do when you get some money in your hand. And you Aquarius are not going to make the same mistakes again because you had to learn. The High Priestess represents, you felt the High Priestess in the Tower, right? The High Priestess is Virgo and Taurus, right? Put together, because it can represent Taurus, all that stuff. And then the Tower represents Scorpio. So Taurus and Scorpio are opposite zodiac signs to one another, right? Now, that's important because it speaks to the contrast of how you have felt in the past, how basically two extremes or extremes of one another, where you felt like you were on the top of the world at some points, and then it felt like you were bums, in other points. Like, you ain't even really have a place to stay. And that actually may have been true, but you realize that that kind of wild swing of things from one extreme to the other is not where it is that you want to be, right? You want to basically stabilize your positioning. It's not about wild swinging back and forth. It's about you Aquarius having to learn to stabilize where it is that you are. Understand what it is that you want, right? Turn down the turbulence. Because if you've ever been on the ocean and it gets turbulent, I've never been on the ocean and it gets turbulent, but I've seen it, and it's wild. It almost looks like the water looks like sheets, like how like when you lift the sheet up and then you're about to lay the sheet down or whatnot, but you lay it up for the air to catch it. It almost looks like that, like liquid sheets, like you know what I'm saying? When the water is choppy, it's like you think like the water is rising up to the boat, or I should say up to like the brim of the boat, and then it's like, then it goes back, like it's that's wild. And so what I'm trying to say here is that for you, it's like you Aquarius understand what to do with money when you have it in your hand and what not to do with it. So the Knight of Pentacles represents and just overall, just your overall resources. It's not just about money, your overall resources. You Aquarius learn how to be a lot more wise when it comes to having even the small things, right? And that helps you build a level of appreciation, because you'll have people who will they will become wasteful because they have so much. They have certain advantages over other people, to the point where people will give them such an easy time, they don't actually develop other skills other than just looking pretty, having money, having fast cars. And that works for the majority of people, but the majority of people are for sale. Spiritually, I mean, right? They can essentially be swayed emotionally based upon how much money a person has, or clout, or how pretty the person is. They essentially, their soul is for sale. So because of the fact that their soul is for sale, right, you don't want to be like that, right? Or my suggestion, well, you don't want to be like that for yourselves, because you Aquarius have actually experienced that, and that's not something that you Aquarius really want to even experience for yourself anymore, especially if you can essentially control it. You were wet behind your ears when it comes to your resources, and you thought that you could essentially become wealthy by what I call crashing into it. And what I mean when I say crashing into it, I'm talking about it from the ideology of rich people are rich because they have afforded themselves these things. So they have to have the money in order to buy it. And then once they buy these things, right? Whether it is that they saved up for it or they didn't. Once they have enough money to actually buy these things, now they're in a very better off, a well off position, because they are rich because they have built into their lifestyle. And that's not necessarily true, right? They're rich because of what it is that they do with their money. They know how to keep it because they essentially put it into other things that help expand and grow that money, is the point that I'm trying to make. So the Knight of Swords and the Magician right here speaks to how a lot of you Aquarius, you being appreciative of the position that you're in. The Knight of Swords speaks to you're going to be wise with how it is that you spend your money. You're going to be wise with your resources. You're going to be wise when it comes to the people that you have in your life. Appreciate everybody and everything that you have, because you do not have to have it. And that's something that you have to, that's something that everybody has to learn. See, everybody's talking about, who's president and all this other type of trash and all that. It's like, no, we keep not talking about what actually matters. What matters is the quality of the people itself. No exceptions. Doesn't matter who is in office. Listen, to appoint somebody as the main distributor of a person's problems is selective accountability. That's not taking accountability, right? Doesn't matter how much an official has, or a politician, how much power a politician has. They can't come to you and say, oh, well, XYZ or whatever, you don't have any rights, all this other track. Rights are not given to you. Rights are something that you have once you're born. Let me say this one more again. Nobody, because individuals are hard-headed. Let me slow down. Let it breathe. Nobody can take away your rights. Rights are something that you have when you're born. Anytime you hear someone talking about rights are being taken away, that person, my dear Aquarius, is either an idiot or they're lying. No exceptions. No exceptions. They don't know what a right and a privilege is, or they know what it is. They know the difference, and they're bold-faced lying to you in the eyes. Straight face on, trying to be believable. Yeah, what am I trying to say with that thing? Am I trying to get political? No. What I'm trying to say is that what puts you in a better position is what it is that you do with yourself, is what I'm saying. And that life is not happening to you, Aquarius, nor should it be happening to you, Aquarius. But yes, sometimes life does happen. But it doesn't mean that you have to consistently let life happen to you. Right? And the best way for you to not let life just happen to you, right? Where you are a subject to, and not of, because there is a difference, to life, is from how it is that you handling your business. Why am I saying all that? Because you, Aquarius, are learning how to not let life happen to you. You're learning that you need to use wisdom, your past experiences, other people's experiences, your own common sense, waiting, right? Which is patience, all of that stuff to help you be able to make very good decisions about what it is that you should do for the long term, right? How to set yourself and your family up, right? Or your loved ones, or whoever it is that you're trying to look out for, or maybe it's just yourself, to be in a better position. The Ten of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Two of Wands represents how this is a situation where, again, and they appreciate you for it. But the thing is that you, Aquarius, are not just arriving here today. It took you Aquarius years for y'all to understand, and patience, right? And how to actually manage your resources correctly, because this whole reading is about you Aquarius being in a very good position, to the point where for you wet behind the ears Aquarius who may not see this, who may be hard-headed, who may be, a little bit too short-term thinking, it's the privilege that you think you have versus the privilege you actually have. The wastefulness of the position that a person can have, and then the actual understanding that you have to be wise with this position and how to actually use it to your benefit is what I'm trying to say. Long term, there is a difference between those two things. That's what this reading is about. And you Aquarius, like I said, like I've been talking about, this is more than just having a jealous ex or whatever the case may be. This is about you Aquarius, Aquarii, whichever one, learning how to be wise with everything that you have, whether you have a relationship, no relationship, whatever it is, little ones, single, not married, no little ones, whatever your disposition is, right? And then some of you Aquarius are like, are you seeing all this? Yes, I'm seeing all that. So the thing is that the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands, right, represents how other people, like I said, the Two of Wands, other people may not understand it because of the fact that they're wet behind the ears. They don't have much experience. They may be young, right? You may have little siblings. You may have younger siblings, right? There may be a great time gap or a certain amount of a time gap between, or an age gap more accurately, between you and your siblings, right? You may have younger siblings that may not understand how to use what they have, whatever they may have, whatever it is, to their advantage. And they may be looking at you Aquarius like, well, what's up? What's going on with you? And they don't seem to understand that you have to save your resources for later. That's why they're called resources, and assets, because resources or assets are assets because it's something that you understand the value of over time. This is when you have people, let me finish this off. Then you have the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands. So this is about you Aquarius understanding how to use it and being better at budgeting, not just finances, but overall learning how to actually, so what I'm trying to say is, if you have a loved one or a significant other, getting closer to your significant other, right? Appreciating them, right? Taking the time out to appreciate them. You have little ones, same thing. You have money, save some money up. You're single, no little ones, you're not married. Learning how to set yourself up for success, even though you're single, right? Or bachelor or bachelorette or whatever. All of these different things, right? Because what I was trying to say was because a lot of people do not take the time to actually think that they should understand the value of something, or someone for that matter. So what will happen is that they will overstretch their hand, mistreating someone, and try to hurry the person up. Oh, you got to hurry up and show me your value. This is where the expensive dates are coming from. The lack of patience that a person has. You need to hurry up and show me what it is that you bring into the table. You only have one day. If you can't show me, if you don't give me everything, all you got, all at one time, all in one day, you'll lose me forever. And it's like, no, because that's what assets are. I'm an asset to a person's life. That's what I am. Factually, we could prove this. We could literally prove this, right? Pull up the track and show you where the verbs are. We could show and prove this. right? So again, that's something that has to be understood as time goes on. You're not going to see that in one day. By definition, that's what assets do. This is why even, and you know me, you know I'm a stock head. Even when it comes to like stocks and stuff like this, right? What is the saying? Buy the stock, try your best to hold it within try your best to not sell it, within 1 year. Time, right? Letting time pass by. Time for you to see it go down, bounce back, go through all of the emotional ups and downs of it so that you can understand whether or not this is an actually good company. It's giving you time to go through something for you to be able to decide if this is something that you want to keep investing into, as opposed to trying to buy everything and you end up going broke because you don't realize you don't just buy one share. You have to, for best results, you have to keep buying shares for best results. Of course, you can buy one share, but you can buy as much as you want. But the question is, can you afford it? And not only can you afford it, but for best results, buy more than one share. Not a financial advisor. Anyway, so let's clarify the 301. So because of this newfound level of appreciation, you have the Five of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Fool card, and then you, Aquarius, actually have the Chariot. So these 5 cards right here speaks to how you, Aquarius, you're going to put... You okay? You all right? Okay. Okay. You are going to put everything and you are going to learn, you are learning to appreciate everything and everyone that you have and not take anything for granted, which is what I'm saying. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.